And cheers, everybody. Good morning.
Hi.
What's going on? Welcome to a Sunday edition of Live with Coach Mike and Carrie. And what we're going to be going into is Akina tea taste testing. Plus, we have a giveaway. So if you guys hang out, we're going to be announcing and going through how you guys can win and pick your favorite flavor. So we've got 3 different of the best-selling Akina flavors. Basically, they reached out like, hey, we'd love for you guys to do a live stream. I'm actually transitioning from quite a bit of coffee in the morning to less. Yeah. And in that process, I'm switching to more like decaf tea in the evenings, black tea, green teas in the morning, and I'll still have coffee. We're going to get into some of that and some of the other tools, and even some tools we're using around making tea and French press and fun stuff like that. But we're going to be doing a giveaway. So I wanted to see how it goes in the morning. Normally do this in the evening, the afternoons. So I wanted to hang out with you guys. So we'll give it a minute. We're going to get kind of set up here.
You got to send it to your TikTok, sweetie.
Get TikTok rolling. We're going to get live over here. If you guys are watching on all the other platforms, the only caveat to, I'm just going to kind of move this because my head keeps getting cut off.
Yeah. Well, you're so tall. It's because I wanted to show the event thing when we brewed the tea, but only for short people.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. So you don't really need to see my head, honestly. What we want to see is our awesome packaging. One thing I will say, I unboxed 2 of them so far, or 3. I have their cinnamon, their ginger, and their lemon. We're going to get into that. But I wanted to show you guys just some interesting things even on the packaging. But first, we'll get our TikTok set up.
Yeah, the packaging is really beautiful. I kind of want to bring this in close so you can see just the details.
Which one do you have right there?
This is the ginger tea here.
Ginger? All right, I'm going to highlight.
But just the packaging is really pretty. Like here's the other side. You can do vertical or horizontal. But I appreciate the detail they did with, it actually looks like, decent little artistic, inspiring and inviting tea box rather than just the plain old Jane.
Plain old Jane.
That's right. It fits my vibe. Yeah.
No offense to anyone named Jane.
And their brand too, their little brand logo, the Akina one is really pretty. All right. So.
Okay, cool. So cheers to TikTok as well.
TikTok's with us now.
What's going on, everybody? All right. First, let's get the water going. So I figure we're literally just going to show you the process in the morning. While we're going through that, I also added a bunch of things to the carousel that, so Akina's, again, thank you to Akina. They're sponsoring this. We also wanted to add products that we're using in the morning routine. So one of the things we have is, if I'm saying this right, I want to say it's the Aventi. I might be butchering that. Electric tea kettle. Now we're just going to literally, boom, pop it open. I tend to just throw in a bottle of water in the morning.
Should we do this mug?
Oh, yeah. I do actually have that mug, too, in the carousel as well. So we got a nice little
Polar Express.
Boom. So it's literally like that simple. While I'm doing this, honestly, I tend to just go through my morning routine of having my supplements, my gummies, my little tincture drops. I'm literally going to hit it on that. Check this. We wanted to do a little lighting effect. So watch this lighting effect. Oh, you see that light up? Now, the cool thing, too, is here's what I tend to go in the bathroom. If you guys know the 3 S's in the morning, usually those 3 S's are going down. If you don't know what they are, you can ask in the comments. I'm not going to necessarily explain it. But when I'm going to the bathroom, I can set this and forget it. And quite literally, it's such a great expression, right? Set it and forget it. So infomercial-esque. But literally, it'll just boil it. And then when it's done, it just turns off. You don't have to worry about it evaporating the water. So whenever it's done, it's done. You have to think about it. So that's really cool. And then I wanted to also highlight quickly, I don't know if you guys can tell, I got my Kufandi tracksuit on this morning. I'm actually about to go do some jiu-jitsu, coach some jiu-jitsu this morning, work with one of my clients. And I always like to have my jiu-jitsu outfit underneath. And I even got my Kufandi shorts on underneath. So this is what I'm going to be doing jiu-jitsu in this morning. But then throwing the tracksuit over is it's nice and warm because it's cold out these days. And it's cozy AF. Now, the pro tip here, what I've seen from Kufandi specifically, I think almost any brand when I have sweats and stuff, I go one size up. I'm usually a large in everything, and Kufandi tends to be a one size or a true size fit. But I like to go one size up because I like it to be cozy, kind of hang a little bit and all that good stuff. So just wanted to share that in there. And now
for me with the EcoWear Kufandi stuff, because I'm a smaller person, he's a large, but on the border of extra large. I feel like I'm a medium on the border of small. And I find with the EcoWear stuff, which is Kufandi's sister brand, that I actually prefer small. I've ordered a bunch of their medium stuff, and I keep thinking like the medium's going to work, especially now being so pregnant. But I've recognized now ordering a few things in small that small is my true size with them. So just something to keep in mind.
What I'm going to do here is this is like another, again, I'm always transparent what was sponsored and what was just something we purchased. So we have stuff that I've purchased, like our Ninja Creamy on here and some other supplements and products. But this was a gifted mug. Now, I'm not a Cancer as far as the actual astrological sign. They just sent that to me. I asked for mine, but they just sent it. You can order and specify whichever one you want. Cool thing with the set, I got this specifically because check that out. On the top, it's got a lid. I don't like using travel mugs. For whatever reason, I just don't like them. It just, it tends to not fit in my cup holder. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So
he's like a traditional mug kind of guy. He'll take a regular mug to go, which is great some of the time and doesn't always work out other times.
But it's helpful because it helps with the spilling, and it's got a little slot for their spoon, which I have gotten lost in our utensil drawer.
The spoon's over there.
But it's also pretty clutch. So I'm just going to take our Akina tea here, and I'm going to circle back now because I want you guys just to see that really quickly. We're going to go back to, this is their ginger flavor. We're going to make all three. Okay. I got the cinnamon highlighted, but I'm going to go back to the ginger. I'm going to go through the actual unboxing process with you guys. Nice, simple tearaway. And then the only thing, oh yeah. So we're going to do a giveaway. So hopefully you guys don't mind. With the giveaway, we have 2 of everything. I literally just saw me open this. I want you guys to see the process because I already opened this one. You can still pick the ginger. We're not going to open up the bag, but I want you to see something.
I'm not going to use any of it.
Yeah. I want you to see something. Apparently, I just butchered opening this. So slide it open. The way it comes, this is the cool thing. It comes sealed like this. What I will say, though, the one thing I would give like a pro tip to Akina is I love like little like slits, so it's an easy tear and open. They don't have that. That's a very nuanced perspective. You know what I'm talking about, by the way?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a, like, you could just simply get a pair of scissors, snip it open, or you could just pull from the top. But I'll show you when I actually opened it, what I did, which is exactly that. Like, I just kind of like pulled it apart. Honestly, though, like, I have good grip strength. It took a little bit of effort. I like things to be pretty seamless in the morning. So the first time you're going to probably want to just account for that, have some scissors. So here's something I learned from Carrie, by the way, when you're making your tea. Just like loop it around one time.
Yeah.
Oh no, this has never happened before. So I guess if you get too aggressive with it, your little tag rips off, that's like a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Because now it's hard to anchor, which I haven't had happen. So, but I think when you package things and you're doing that, it's an inevitability no matter what. But I feel like
this, I would just do a little like tie.
Yeah, give us your pro tip.
Yeah, I would just do a little tie.
So we've got our ginger.
That's happened to me many times before.
We've got the lemon, and I believe the cinnamon should be right over here. I'm actually going to have to dig it up. I do have it because they sent us 2. So while I'm going to dig up the cinnamon, I'm going to let...
You put the ginger here?
Yeah, I put the ginger there. I'm going to highlight the lemon.
Lemon.
And then, Carrie, you want to do that one? I'm going to go get the cinnamon.
Okay. I love the way the lemon smells. I'm a big fan of ginger tea, but I don't think I've ever tried ginger with black. I usually just use pure herbal ginger, so it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. There's also, for those of you that don't know, with the looping around, almost all tea companies have this little slit at the bottom of the tag that you can slide the if you can see it here, you can slide the string in to keep it steady. So if you do a loop around and then you just put the string in the slit, you're not really going to have to worry about the tea bag falling in. But honestly, sometimes what I do is I'll just do a loop and then put it under. So it's like kind of sort of tied. This is my pro tea tip. If I'm not doing like a brew style, there's like a little loop and then it's just gently draped there. So now our water's heated up. I'm going to go ahead and get started on these 2 cups. And I like to keep like a 6 to 8 ounce ratio per tea bag, just because, I mean, I have a lot of teas, you guys. I have a big tea set up back here. I don't know if you can see it because it's covered by the Ninja Creamy, but I also, underneath this cabinet here is all the top shelf full of different teas that I'm pregnant right now, so I can't drink all of my various teas. I'm limited in what I can drink, but non-pregnancy, non-breastfeeding me, I'm very fluid about the different teas that I'll cycle through different seasons of the year and based on how I'm feeling and what's going on. So I'm kind of a tea snob, I guess you would say. So anyway, I like to keep each bag of tea no more than 8 ounces of fluid. So this is probably like a 10 to 12 ounce cup. So as you can see, I don't fill it all the way up. I'm going to go to max like 8 ounces. You can't really see on this bottom one, but I go to max 8 ounces. It's like right about here to fill it up, because that's going to give me a more honest flavor of what the tea bag has. Now, if you don't care about the flavor and you're like, hey, I just, want some tea, I want some hydration in the morning, you can fill it all the way up. It's just going to be slightly watered down. Another option too that I've done in the past is if I take like a 16-ounce cup to go, I'll just put 2 tea bags in and fill it up. So I have all of the tea that I'm going to want for the next few hours, but I still get the good flavor that I'm looking for. So again, this cup's probably more like 12 ounces. I only filled it. Yeah. So I didn't get did you get the cinnamon tea? Because I only have 2.
No, you know what I realized? I actually traveled with it. So I packaged it up, and I have our second lemon and the 2 cinnamons in there. So we'll cover this. And then I've already tasted all of the flavors. I tasted cinnamon.
I really wanted to taste the cinnamon.
I know. I'm kind of like robbing you on that. But we can still highlight it. And here's what I'll do. I'm going to highlight the cinnamon real quick and just talk about what my experience of it was with the tasting. Because we're going to do a taste test with the lemon and the ginger as well. And maybe somehow like it'll just pop up. That tends to happen when you have kids in your house. For those of you that know, you know. And from
travel, let me look.
Yeah, like I probably put it in my bag. Maybe it fell out in the car, and then or Anna or Lena or Tessa got a hold of it, and it's gone. But we're still going to be able to do it as a giveaway because I know it's here somewhere. From my experience, the cinnamon, you truly do taste the cinnamon. The lemon, you actually taste it. The ginger, I felt like was the least potent or impactful. It's like a nice subtle flavor. But the cinnamon, I love. I love it in the morning too, just because I have an association. When I was in fight camps, when I was still actively fighting and competing, I would do eggs, sweet potato, and cinnamon in the morning quite a bit. So I have this association of cinnamon in the morning, which I really enjoy. So the cinnamon was probably like my favorite flavor of all of them. And watch, it's going to be like hidden underneath all of this. So while this is steeping, the one thing I did want to also do is kind of walk you guys through my morning routine with my supplements. So I actually have some new supplements coming. I met with one of my doctors, and he made some recommendations. One thing I haven't been utilizing a lot of is omega-3 fish oil, so I'm adding that into my routine. However, what I'm also going to do right now is go through – oh, look at that, Carrie, coming in clutch. Found it. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to go through my men's multi. So I got this multi. It was gifted to me again. And it says 50 plus, so it's like meant for 50 and older. I just take it because it still covers the like nutrient diversity that I want in the morning, especially vitamin D, vitamin B, vitamin C, all that good stuff. So I go 2 gummies. They taste pretty good. Like it's, an actual yummy gummy. The only thing is it's 20 calories for 2 of these. So it's 10 calories a pop. So let me just double check. Yeah, it's got 3 grams of sugar, 4 grams of carbs. It's added sugar. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to kill you, but it's like literally the first ingredient is like sugar syrup. Or glucose syrup, which is fancy way of saying like sugar. So it's like literally the first thing. So that's why I kind of like the cinnamon in the morning too, to help with that.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
And now we're going to go to,
you guys can smell this. All right.
We're going to go to our iron supplement, which I originally got for Carrie. They gifted it to us again. Figured we unbox this together. But it's something that, again, if you're pregnant, you may want to look at. Again, this isn't medical advice. It's just like talk to your doctor. Talk to your midwife or whomever is like managing this stuff for you guys.
Yeah, I'm always like slightly, not quite, but like on the lower end, not anemic, but on the lower end. So
yeah, if you're close to anemic.
Iron.
And again, this is 2 gummies, 15 calories. Again, 3 grams of carbs, 2 grams of sugar. I'll throw it down, do a taste test. This is guava hibiscus. I would totally eat this as a candy. I'm going to be honest with you. You got to be careful.
In there?
Right. Yeah. It's like straight up. I think the first ingredient is sugar. Yeah. So it is very good.
Yes, it is.
I will give them that.
Yeah.
From a flavor perspective, I see why they did that. So let's go back to the cinnamon, just because Carrie did find it. Got that set up. We're going to bring you guys over to the table. While we're doing this, though,
I want one of these.
We're going to kind of do the full taste testing, but I am going to highlight. I did have Brita sent us their water pitchers and filters. So I figured we'll do like a quick unboxing. And I'm actually going to make a whole nother round because you may not want to go through bottled water like we do. Like, again, we're just outside of Asheville and Waynesville, North Carolina, impacted from Hurricane Helene drastically. So just not drinking like the sink water, tap water, things like that still, and being quite intense on that. But I'm excited that we got the Brita in, and I'm actually going to like taste it. And we're getting constantly updates with water because like it's still like contaminated, y'all. It's kind of crazy. We're 3 months out from a hurricane and we still don't have like true drinkable. Like you could technically drink it, but it's not what I would recommend.
I don't know what would happen to you if you did technically drink it.
Yeah. So we're going to find out because I'm going to use Brita. So now notice again, you got your little like, flap. The filter is right in there. They did a great job packaging it because they tape this shut. So you don't have to worry about it like flapping open and going everywhere for you. We'll get this. There's totally tape over here too, isn't it? I always get it like stuck. See those quick moves? Check that out, y'all. Pull this part out. Probably tape down as well. Yep. And then I'm gonna open up that filter. I'm actually gonna put like tap water in here, and I'm gonna taste test it with you guys. We're gonna like get bold today. And we're gonna put Brita to the legit test. Now they also sent me a 10-cup one, and we're just gonna drop that puppy in there. Super simple. Like, see how simple that setup was? Boom. I'm going to literally throw the tap water. I'm going to turn it so you guys can kind of see me legitimately getting, come on over. Come on over. Come on over, baby.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So let's get our, don't mind we can get all our dishes done, so don't mind that. But it also has a fill line too.
Oh yeah, you need to rinse it first, sweetie.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you want to do like 30 seconds in water.
Oh my god.
It says that in the instructions.
Oh my god. So fun fact, rinse it first. Carrie just reminded me.
Yeah. Here. You just rinse it with cold water for like 30 seconds or so.
Just rinse this whole mechanism out. I'm even gonna put this in here so that it rinse. We're gonna rinse it. 30 seconds, let it do its thing, and then we'll actually put it to the test. And again, keep in mind, while we're doing this, I also have the 10-cup one they sent me, which I'll also unbox, and we'll do all this. But this is all for our Akina tea taste testing. And you can also get in on the giveaway if you want. We got, again, the cinnamon, we got our lemon, and we got the ginger. All right, so I think that's pretty good. Making a mess over here. Now we'll fill it up. And I'm actually going to try some coffee to it. I'm going to like taste test and compare tea to coffee. I'm already like wired this morning. Not gonna lie.
I'm glad we're switching to tea. This guy's got tons of energy all the time.
All the energy.
All those supplements.
Yeah, I think it's also just stopping certain behavior patterns. All right, so now let's go to our, I got the lemon highlighted, which we're also going to taste test, but then I'll go to our 10-cup Brita, which I got right here. Again, shout out to Brita sending this, hooking it up, all that goodness. Oh, this is like, again,
It's huge.
obviously 10-cup versus 6-cup, going to make a difference.
Yeah. So we're about to be a family of 6, so
We got all the cups of
yeah,
water.
the 10 cups will go quickly, even though it's huge.
And then we'll get the tape off of here. They actually did a really good job taping that. They left the tab up, so it's super easy to take off. Pop that open, pull this out. Yeah, you're right. It even does say like
Yeah, it should say right on there.
press filter below, line to seal.
The easy way to do it, honey, can I just show you?
No.
Is just take this off
Cool, man.
and then
Just
hold
rinse that.
this underneath the water for 30
Oh.
seconds because it gets all the charcoal stuff out, and then put it in the.
Did you hear that, y'all? So instead of trying to do the whole thing and making a crazy mess like I just did with our 6-cup, you could just rinse that thing under for like 30 seconds. Fun fact. So it looks like our tea is about to be ready. We're about to get into our tasting. And then we'll highlight it back to the tea. And then I've got like an entire table of like products we can unbox and go through. If we have time, we'll see. Again, I'm going to be meeting up with a client here in like the next 30, 40 minutes. But probably going to be back later today doing another live stream for WBM, doing another giveaway. So join in on that. And also, guys, if you like this, let us know, interact. Because Akina, we're thinking about doing a monthly live stream. So if we get good feedback from you guys, let us know in the comments if you like it. If you want to try the products, hop on over to Amazon, give it a try, purchase, and then we'll get some good feedback from you guys as well if you like it. And enter in on our giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway. So you just got to hop on over to Amazon, put in the comments giveaway, and you will be officially entered. But we need at least 2 people. That's the key.
Yeah, can't have a race with only one person. It's just not fair.
So just like, I just want to get a little bit in here just to let it do its thing. And then I'm going to pour this into the electric kettle, let it heat it up. We'll make some coffee. But first, let's do our tea testing. So we're going to bring that over to the table. Okay. I'm going to bring you guys over. We're going to plug in our lights. We're going to get our good lighting going. You're going to come with us too. Come on over. You guys stay right there. We'll set this puppy up right here.
This is our ginger.
She's so excited. So we're going to focus more on the tea, less on us. So
lemon, ginger, and then cinnamon. The cinnamon will be the last to be ready to brew.
Also, let me know, guys. I'm curious. Tea or coffee? I was like such a big proponent of coffee for the longest time.
Tea all the way.
And I know Carrie's answer, obviously. Since you can tell from her setup.
But you know what? And honestly, though, I really love the flavor of coffee and the like aroma of coffee. Like I love coffee ice cream or like coffee desserts and things like that. But as far as I'm concerned, tea just has so much more to offer. There's so much variety depending on what part of the world the tea is from. You know, what the culture is, where you're getting the tea. There's lots of different rituals around tea. I'm not saying that coffee doesn't have that, but I think tea maybe was around first, or I don't know. There just seems to be more of a variety. And also the fact that teas use herbs means that teas can be somewhat medicinal. So yeah. And I guess you could say, I don't know. Can we say that coffee could be medicinal in some context? I mean, it's a vasodilator, right?
Yeah. And it also does, and while it is a diuretic, just caffeine in general, there are some proponents to the actual bean where coffee is made from that has value.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, the one thing I did want to highlight that this is going to sound crazy. So just trust me on this one. We're going to take our creatine monohydrate and throw it into the tea. And I'm going to throw it into one of these. So you're going to turn around. Okay. Carrie's going to turn around. Okay. We're not going to tell her which one we're going to put it in. We're going to put it in one of these. Stir it up.
Creatine is perfectly safe to have during pregnancy?
100%.
Okay. All right.
So creatine, and this is something I shared with Carrie the other day. Again, creatine monohydrate. This one's unflavored, so she shouldn't be able to taste the difference. And it's by Sports Research. This was gifted to me, but it's something I've just purchased their stuff before.
I feel like it only would have been honest though.
Hold on, don't look.
If I would have tried the teas first and then you would have put it in there, because then I would have noticed the difference.
That's true.
So it's not true, like can't tell, but like, you know.
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
I have my own.
Hurry up, because like they're just staring at my butt.
Okay, hold on. I also realized I didn't take my vitamin D this morning. Okay, too.
Oh yeah.
So I figured.
I wait till I eat to take all this stuff.
I'm gonna just mix them all up. So you guys hopefully remember which one I put it in. Count on you guys. I don't remember.
Really?
And then, no, I'm just kidding. And then I'm going to take my vitamin D from Sports Research as well. This one I don't even have in the carousel. It's just part of my morning routine.
No, I take the other one, the vitamin D cake too.
That's what this one is too.
Yeah,
it's
but
just different brand.
I take it with food though.
Yeah, so I know. That's the ideal way to do it. It's fat soluble.
Yeah.
So you do want to take it with fats when possible.
I always eat breakfast. I'm like a big breakfast person.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into our taste testing. So first up, again, just to really touch again on our creatine monohydrate, is something that's unflavored. I recommend the unflavored. I used to throw it in with like Gatorade Zero, but I noticed I started getting a lot of cramping in one specific area of my body, my right calf from it. So I just kind of pulled it out. So I throw it in with my water if I can. The only thing I don't like about throwing it with my water is the scooper is bigger than the actual water bottle.
Makes a big mess.
So it makes it a complicated issue. So I find either like throwing it in my coffee, throwing it in the tea,
or
any one of those,
smoothie,
or smoothie is a great opportunity. It's all good stuff. So with that being said, let's go to, and the benefit, why you might ask, why do we want to take creatine? It's a vasodilator, so it's going to help get more blood flow and fluid to your tissue. It's great pre-workout, post-workout, but it also helps with recovery. And it's one of the most researched supplements in the world across the board. There's like hundreds of clinical trials and studies. We know it's safe if it's done right, meaning it's using the proper ingredients. It's naturally occurring. It's an amino acid in our body we get from food. A lot of times you're not eating enough of it in your diet, so it's helpful to make it as a supplement. And it's just something I would recommend pretty much anyone across the board, no matter who you are. And there's this theory, oh, well, it's like, you know, I have to cycle on and cycle off. It's like, not really. Unless you're like impacting making weight, that might be the only thing to consider because it will increase your water retention to a degree, but that's it. So do you remember which one's which?
Yeah, so this is the lemon, this is the ginger, and this is the cinnamon.
All right, so let's start with the cinnamon.
Okay.
You haven't had it, so I'll let you taste it.
I haven't had
first.
any of them. Yeah, I haven't had any of them.
You go with the cinnamon.
See if it's cool enough.
Yeah.
I think that, cinnamon's going to be the hottest, so I'm going to do that
Okay,
last, actually.
So I'll go cinnamon first.
Yeah, it's really hot. I could, my lips were like, this is too hot.
Oh, that's how I like it.
Yeah?
Really?
No, this is like the perfect temp for me.
Okay, what's that one?
This is the lemon.
Okay, so let's go to lemon. We'll go from the cinnamon, which is my personal favorite,
I think it'll be my favorite too, yeah.
to the lemon. I hear you, Misha. You're going to have to sit though, okay, Bubby?
Yummy.
Thank you. Yeah, so let's try the lemon. You want to try some too, Misha?
The aromatics on the lemon are really good. I was noticing that even when I opened the bag, that was like probably my favorite to open.
It's almost like, it's not the lemon that's strong. I feel like the black tea is stronger in that one for whatever reason. The cinnamon feels...
The lemon is subtle.
No, I feel like that's like, the lemon subtle, the tea itself I taste more of, where the cinnamon feels more pronounced. Like I actually taste more of that. And then should we try ginger in the meantime?
Yeah, let's try ginger.
Let's do our taste testing on the ginger. And again, guys, if you want to win one of these, just throw in giveaway in the comments and we're going to run a giveaway.
Yeah, okay. I taste the ginger more than that one. That one also smells more floral on the nose. Like there's just more, in general.
Yeah, for sure.
Almost like honeysuckle in there or something. Is it me?
No, I don't know if it's honeysuckle as much, but I do taste the black tea more than the cinnamon. Maybe because the cinnamon one's still so hot. No, it's just the cinnamon is like that flavor is stronger. Misha, if you mess with that cable, dude.
Our dog keeps running by and like the cable's just placed a little, dicily. So
and this is where I was like, hey, Misha, I'm going to try and give you a chance to be cool, dude. Be cool, honey bunny. And
okay, so I see. So with the cinnamon is so strong aromatically it's much more pronounced taste wise. Like if you added if you drink your tea with sugar and you added a little bit of sugar, I would say this black tea with cinnamon like tastes like a nice breakfast cake, you know, like it's very tasty. Yeah.
Misha, you're lucky we're on a live stream, dude. I got you.
I don't know which one I would say is my favorite. I think it would depend on my mood. If I really wanted the flavor and the taste of the black tea in like kind of a traditional sense, like for breakfast, I'd probably go with the lemon just because black tea with lemon in the morning also is just a, kind of a good routine. If I were wanting something like more for digestion or after a meal, I would go with the ginger because you can still really taste the black tea. You're still going to get, the caffeine and stuff like that, but the ginger is going to help with the digestion and also just the smell of the floral aromatics in the ginger are going to be more palate cleansing. And then if I wanted something like either for dinner or like even if I just wanted something sweet for breakfast, I'd probably add a little bit of sugar even to the black tea with cinnamon here because it's quite, the cinnamon's quite pronounced and just, really beautiful. And I'd have that one with like a coffee cake or muffin or something like that. So it's really just your preference and your ritual with how you like tea. You could also, I would say, if you wanted to, for those of you that drink tea with sugar, the black tea with lemon is going to give you more of that like English breakfast type of feel because it reminds me of an English breakfast.
Now I'm gonna make some decaf.
You do definitely smell the lemon on it when it goes in. You're making what? Oh, you're making some coffee?
Decaf coffee.
Okay. With your Brita filter water?
Yeah, and just taste it.
Yeah.
What goes on here, Brita?
So I love the idea of the Brita filter specifically for summer of just being able to put like a pitcher of water in the fridge that's filtered and have the water cold rather than like putting various like 10 bottles that are kind of like getting knocked around and like will fall over in the fridge. But until Brita figures out filtering fluoride, I will be sticking with spring water. I'm pretty picky about the no fluoride.
I don't have any decaf coffee left, so we're going hard caffeine today.
Oh man, isn't that half calf?
Yeah, this is half calf.
That's half
It's
calf.
still like for me, that's a lot.
Yeah. He's been really diligent about transitioning off of the caffeine and coffee. I'm going to let the dog back in.
Ooh, let the dog out.
If she's ready. Let's see.
Who let Misha out?
Woo. This is the perfect day for tea over here. It's like rainy and cold. It's like literally the quintessential like London black tea morning day. We're really vibing on the weather here for our tea. So again, we're doing a giveaway of one of these boxes of teas. You'll get a brand new box. One of them was opened, but we didn't actually open the package that holds the tea. We just wanted to show you how it opened. That was, I think, the ginger. But so for those of you that want to race, you just say that you want. What do we have them say? Like
just comment giveaway. We got
giveaway.
See right there on that.
Comment,
so all you got to do is say giveaway, and we got you in. But
and we need 2 of you to say giveaway to do the race.
And it's cool if you guys aren't about it. That's cool. We'll just hang with you guys this morning. I wanted to share this. I was really excited to see Akina reach out to us to talk about, hey, let's give this a try, see what we like. Well, let's see who's in the comments. I totally missed the comments. Oh, what's up, Brian? Cool. Definitely not creepy, but that's sweet.
I love your lips. Who's she talking to? Is it my lips or his lips? Probably your lips.
Yeah.
Mine are like really chapped right now. Okay.
I would say yours.
Who's Brian?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, Brian.
All right. Well, hi. Thank you for the compliment. Whoever that was directed to, either one of us would be grateful to hear a compliment.
I think my lips are looking so luscious. But I would imagine,
Yeah.
let's see, when did that comment come in? 2 minutes ago? It had to be you because I was over there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm imagining your lips.
Oh man, my lips are so chapped, but all right. Even at their worst, they're still pulling comments. So
we'll just slowly pick it up so you can also get the nose now. Let's see what you guys think of our nose next. We'll just go up like piece by piece.
Or our teeth. I think he has like slightly better teeth than me. I have more like British looking teeth.
I don't know about that. Maybe yours are a little bit cleaner or whiter.
No, I haven't brushed them yet this morning. I was waiting until after tea.
I brushed them late last night. All right, so let's pick the official winner flavor-wise for you, and then I'll go, and then you get to pick which one has creatine in it.
Okay. Creatine, let's see.
So yeah, let's go back to the creatine monohydrate. We're playing this game. So this is just to prove the ability of the unflavored creatine monohydrate by sports research going into our Akina tea. Let's see if she can pick which one has it, which one doesn't.
I think it's this one.
Oh, dang. So I'm going to be honest with you. I put it in 2 of them.
Okay. I was kind of thinking this one too, but definitely I was
so it's this one and this one.
Oh, interesting.
This one doesn't have it. But to your point, it would have been helpful if I would have done 2 versions of it.
Yeah.
Where with it and without. But
this one was a good one to put it in because the cinnamon is so hardcore that I think like just if you were gonna add creatine to your tea and you had like a really aromatic one like this, I don't think you'd really be able to tell because I wasn't onto this one at all.
I'm gonna just pair these together because to me this is like a great pairing.
But I did taste something different in this one compared to this one on the aromatic, so that's why I picked it. But it's still like I don't know, it still tastes like
not
tea.
Like pronounced, right?
I was just really focused on trying to find the subtle like differences in the.
So you know what I wanted to do actually really quickly. So I give. Fun fact, if you guys don't know this, I give digital detox presentations. I literally actually just had one for a university like the other week. And so I kind of want to like be a bit braggadocious. I've been really grateful and excited lately to have more and more opportunities to speak on this topic to like Harvard University, Lindale University, sorry if I'm not saying that right, Mitsubishi, like the company. So being able to speak to massive organizations, and this comes up as a common theme with digital detoxing, using our phone as the alarm. So I actually got an analog clock, old school analog clock, super simple. Look, it's got a light you can push. You can't really see right now. And then you can change the time with one dial, change the alarm with another. I'm going to put it on 9 o'clock and just listen how loud this thing is.
Oh my God.
That's an old school alarm. So this is a pro tip. If you guys struggle with being on your phone too much, you can literally go on your phone right now. Ready? I'm going to walk us through the process. If you have iPhone, you're going to go into settings, and then you're going to scroll down until you get to screen time. Then once you're at screen time, you can look at your averages. So I'm going to look at like last week's averages. Last week, I had 8 hours on the dot. I'm usually between 6 and 8 hours. When I first started doing these presentations 2 years ago, I was at 14 to 16 hours of screen time a day. So literally almost every minute of my waking time was on my phone to some degree or on one of my oh no, this is like way up. I actually was looking at the daily averages. I'm looking at my weekly average for last week. It's up to like almost 10. which is up by 30% from the week before, which was 7.5, which is typical. So yeah, I didn't realize. Last week kind of got away from me. So then this week I'm already only at an hour and a half, but because it's today. So I've already been on my phone for an hour and a half, which is like the entire day because we just started.
I also feel like in general, if we're using it for live streaming, that's not necessarily us on our phone, but the app is still registering. And like, you're engaging. But
what's cool is it'll show categories like, okay, where am I most using? Clock, messages, Chrome, Amazon. It's interesting where it breaks it down so you can start to have strategies. I have an entire presentation around this. If you guys are interested, you can just like check us out and just check out other content. Maybe I'll do a whole presentation here. I want to just like plug, again, this isn't even a sponsor. It's something I purchased for like $8. And it's a worthwhile investment. Do this, put it at the end of your room. And then guess what? You can't hit snooze. You have to get up to turn it off, and it'll help start your day.
I'd also like to comment that the impetus for us getting this clock was...
Oh, yeah. Talk about that as
well. I really don't enjoy having phones or any kind of devices or TVs or anything like that in the bedroom when there's wind down time happening. And I also prefer to actually just unplug the Wi-Fi router at night when the adults are going to sleep and I know no one's going to be using it till morning. This is something I've done for many years, but I have my Wi-Fi router is really close to my plants. So I know that Wi-Fi has various effects on biological matter, plant matter, humans. There's lots of things you can look into. I'm not going to give you guys medical advice, but you can do your research and see what's been done as far as studies go on Wi-Fi and its effects on tissue. However, I find it beneficial for me and our family to unplug the Wi-Fi at night, especially considering that absolutely nobody's using it and no one's going to miss it. I also always turn my phone off at night, which might be kind of surprising for those of you that are parents. You know, I have split custody with my ex, with my daughter, but I do turn my phone off at night. You know, usually it's like 10, 11 p.m. I already know she's asleep. And then I turn it on again when I wake up, sometime around 7 a.m. So during that time that I have my phone off, since I know it's not going to be going off and disrupting my sleep, I leave it outside in the living room or kitchen or somewhere or charging wherever it is. So Michael was using his phone for an alarm and various other things. You know, sometimes he'll have ideas late at night and want to like jot them down on his phone, which I totally get. But he's recently switched to an analog journal. So he's jotting down.
That too.
So he's jotting down his ideas, random ideas that are coming to him physically on pen and paper, which also, you know, you guys can do his digital detox presentation, his goal presentations. All of these things are really beneficial. Like actually writing down ideas and goals are really beneficial, and will increase your rate of success. Long story short, he was having his phone in the bedroom, and especially when I was pregnant, I'm a little more sensitive when I'm pregnant about like what I'm exposing the baby to. Obviously, for those of you that have been pregnant or for those of you that are moms, you know, when you're pregnant, you're kind of hyper aware of how you feel in different environments and what you want to eat or drink or expose yourself to. So I made a point to, you know, tell him that I really didn't want phones in the bedroom. I didn't want Wi-Fi or any kind of stuff like that in the bedroom at night where we're sleeping. Now, whatever's going on outside of my house with those kinds of things, we can't control. But at the very least, the acute stuff that we're being exposed to in the house, I can limit at the very least at night when we're going to bed and we're sleeping, which is the time when we're most sensitive and vulnerable and our body's really needing to regenerate. So luckily, even though Michael's not really, you know, he's not pregnant, he's not really necessarily concerned about these things, he did see the benefits of just at the very least having a kind of analog alarm clock situation and having less opportunity to have touch points with the phone. So he was able to find this. I think it took you a while to search even on Amazon. There was like a lot of like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, alarm clocks, electric alarm clocks.
Like, so that's like the big piece is I wanted to make sure I got an analog, no screen.
Yeah.
Because even the light from the digital, because I have a digital one too that I originally ordered.
Yeah.
The first time I started implementing my digital detox strategies.
Yeah, even the light.
And the light itself was like, it has an impact.
Yeah.
And it helps, you know, shift our circadian rhythm and our patterns. So having that analog, again, this isn't even a sponsor. This is just something I got. And
something
I just
we purchased for our personal family. So now we're unplugging the Wi-Fi at night, turning off the phone. Sometimes Michael doesn't always turn his phone off, but it's not in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's like over
it's in another room, and we close the door at night, and then we just have our alarm clock. If we need to get up, we have it So, and it will wake you up. There's no doubt about it.
Not miss it.
Even thinking back to times when we were using his phone as an alarm in the morning, like it's a very gentle wake up. There'd be times where I'd wake up and Michael would be sleeping through it for the first few minutes because it's so gentle and quiet. So like, if that's an issue for you, if you're a heavy sleeper, you're not gonna have to worry about that with this guy. It's super loud and you're right up. So.
You know what I also realized too? Remember the bone broth I wanted to get you? I still have the protein. So I don't have this. We're going to definitely have to come back and do another version of this same live stream with all the other products.
There's so many good products that we're using right now, especially with the pregnancy. My midwife has recommended some different herbs and different products and things, and we've ordered a few of them. But one of the products that we have, what was it? The beef liver capsules.
Yeah, beef liver capsules. That's coming in. So that's actually a brand that has sent me some gifted stuff before I reached out to because I know they have beef liver.
Here, I'm going to put this up.
I'm also going to give you guys, this has been a pro strategy. So if you put protein powder in your coffee, like your hot coffee, it clumps.
Oh, yeah.
But what I found is if I put it in a pot like this and whisk it and put in some milk with it, it helps it. But here's the thing. You see that like clumpiness? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this.
Oh, yeah.
I got to see how it's like clumping? If you slowly whisk it and you put it in like the cold water, it'll help it not. This is too far gone, actually.
Yeah, that's so unappetizing for me.
Yeah, this is like not. And this is also what I find good whey proteins clump more in hot versus plant-based. While I like the flavor of whey, this is actually a whey-based protein.
Yeah.
So it's clumpier with the hot water. I'm not sure if that's true in my biased subjective experience, but from my experience, plant-based is a little bit chalkier flavor, but it actually like breaks apart and just dissolves better. Because I tried that last time.
What did you say the better thing to do is put it in some like regular temperature water, whisk it first, and then heat it up?
And then if I put the coffee in first this
time, gotcha.
And the hot temperature just immediately clumps it. But if you put in I put milk or water, stir it, let it dissolve, and then put your coffee in, that's the best way to do it. Because I love protein with my coffee in the morning. And I've been not ordering the pre-made shakes because I wanted to save some money. Because I did the math on a couple of habits that I have. We literally could save $500 a month with just like protein and some other recreational habits.
Pro tip for those of you that have these things these rituals that you have every day, whether it's protein shakes or, obvious ones like cigarettes and these kinds of things, just habits that you don't necessarily need, but that you're attached to. If you do the math on those products, you might be really surprised and motivated to reconsider incorporating them into your life. We did that recently, and we were looking at a couple areas that are going to save us quite a bit of money annually. And as long as it's not really messing with your quality of life, obviously. But in the case of the stuff over here, it wasn't like terribly messing with the quality of life. And as a matter of fact, I would say the quality of life has slightly improved since those things were cut out, or there's been some benefit. There's been some benefits along with the additional money in the bank.
So there's like pros and cons to it. So all right, that's pretty much. We've got maybe like another 15 minutes.
Yeah. Did anyone enter the race? I don't know.
No. So at this point, if you guys want to enter, you can. But I'm just gonna assume we're not doing that giveaway, which is fine. We'll do another live stream and we'll see if you guys want to win that giveaway. But we can start to pull some fun stuff we got either for the kids.
Oh yeah. What else?
The one thing I do want to touch on really quickly, again, this isn't even sponsored. At one point, the company that makes these planners, it's ran by a woman. She's great. I apologize. I forgot her name, but Wiki Planner. It's meant for ADHD, but here's what I love about it. Let me just show you it breaks apart your day. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Let's do it.
There we go. I got frozen there for the battery.
It breaks apart your day into power hour tasks, scheduled tasks, things you want to make sure you get done today, impromptu things. And then it has a little free area to draw and write notes, which I love because I can write things down. What I love about it is it gamifies the whole experience. So for my power hour task, I get 4 points for each one. And the whole idea, at the end of the day, you add up your points and it breaks down your day. So from 0 to 6 points of the day, you had a weekday. 7 to 14 points, you had an average day. 15 to 20 points, you had a strong day. 21 points or more, you had an outstanding day. My goal, and I did this last year for 3 months straight, I was like, what if I have 3 months of outstanding days in a row and I don't miss one?
Yeah.
And I did that. And I was really excited to see what I create. And what I think about when it comes to stuff like this is when you see how your life is going, a lot of times people, at least my experience of it, will think about, oh, what did I do today or yesterday? It's like, really, what was I doing 6 months ago? What was I doing 3 months ago?
Right.
That laid the foundation for this. So like when I have sponsors hit me up, or if I have clients signing up, it's not because what I did in that day. It's because I got Google reviews. It's because I put out great content. It's because I've been reaching out to brands. It's because I've been doing all these things for months and making quality content or content that resonates or whatever that looks like. So I found when I did this for 3 months, it emotionally felt good and like subjectively felt good, but objectively I saw a ripple effect for months to come. And then when I wasn't doing it, especially after the storm, it was like kind of like an interesting area where I was like, all right, I laid all this foundation. Because in July, we talked about this. I'm going to be really transparent with you guys. In July, we put in an offer for a $2 million property for our business. Unfortunately, they didn't actually accept it. And they ended up going with a different offer for a variety of reasons. Some of it behind like our financing plans and some aspects around that. But it's like we were riding on a high. We were in Mexico together on a vacation with one of my clients who like always like, hey man, just show up, like take care of your flight and like you can come hang here. And we had a great time. We're talking business and fun and connecting. And so that was like a high of like, I had just done this for 3 months.
It was the peak of summer too.
Yeah.
So it was like literally the middle of summer. Yeah.
From December to February, I had done this for 3 months. So that to me even was like a ripple effect of that.
Yeah.
And then from like March or April on, I stopped doing this for a period of time. Because in my mind, like they sent me the first one. I was like, oh, I want you guys to send this to me every quarter. And like they were a small business. They couldn't. I'm like, you know what? I'll just buy it. I'll support you guys. Yeah. I genuinely like this. And then from July until September, things were good. And then all of a sudden the storm hit. But I think I pulled off the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you could see like, oh, the ripple effect. Obviously, I lost business.
Yeah.
That was like more than 50% of my business just dropped off like overnight. Yeah. And it reminded me of COVID and just struggles. And then like to one point I had like negative $35,000.
Plus we were displaced too. Yeah, we were displaced and going back and forth. And the office
could be in my apartment.
Yeah.
Didn't have an office. And like then to wake up, to go from like putting in a $2 million offer on a property to then one day waking up, you have negative $35,000 in your bank account. Yeah. That's to me, like, I'm going to eventually make a blog post about this. So you want to be an entrepreneur, right? Can you hang with that roller coaster ups and downs?
Highs and lows.
And that's not everyone. I'm not saying everyone's going to have that or experience that, but it's what I would invite you to think about. And I say all this to say like, this book, this planner helps me focus on the things I can control. And if whatever works for you is great. And being mindful of that even impact like me switching to tea from coffee, being able to switch some of my habits, even with like recreational consumption of certain like THC or things like that, that maybe we can't really talk about on Amazon. So we'll pause and save that for another day.
Right.
But I like how they even have when you first start, it has you look at, you rate these 5 areas of your life. So you go spiritual, emotional, social, intellectual, and physical. You can rate 1 to 10. And you can say like, oh, okay, how do I want to improve?
Yeah.
And I focus on these tasks. So at the end of these 90 days, like one of my intentions from using this planner was now we're billing insurance for health coaching.
Yeah.
And my intention was by the end of this month, I want to have my first patient have the medical necessity form, have the notes, and have the appointments, which we have.
Yeah.
So now we actually have 3. We have 15 actually on our list we're working with. We're just waiting for some of the medical necessity forms to come in and some of the other stuff. But I just say all that to say like the planner was really impactful for me. And we have so many other things here. One of the things I do want to talk about is this Amazfit watch. This one was really like exciting to get in.
Mm-hmm. Still digging on these teas. I don't want to drink all 3 of them though, so I'm gonna leave some for you because I'm gonna be all hyper caffeinated.
All jacked up on Mountain Dew, Chip. I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey. So this is how it came, and it came with a nice little charger that's super simple USB plug-in. You just pop it on the back. It's magnetized. You plug it in, and it's like pretty seamless and like space efficient. The one thing I will say, I have an Apple Watch, and I'll compare it to this. This thing's like beefier. Like the watch itself is definitely beefier, but this is what I find crazy. This can go like, I haven't charged it for days and it'll be good. And it'll be, what's at it right now? I literally just charged it, I think. Obviously it's at 96, but when you click on it,
lasts a long time.
I'm actually going to click on it right now just so that we can see with their insight how long the battery lasts. Because I want to say it's like 5 days. It's some ridiculous amount of time. This goes,
battery life.
This can go up to 300 feet in water,
328 feet.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Let's see where because I want to say it's like 5. This says 27 days for typical use. Like I'll actually track that 42 hours in GPS accurate mode. So meaning it can track your location, which is what I have on. So that's probably why I've had it for 5 days and then I'll charge it.
Yeah.
But this is crazy. Now, what I will say is there is a tremendous amount of modes and functions. It syncs up with our app. So Lifestyle of Fitness, we have our own app. You can sync up your smartwatch, your iPhone, your Apple Watch, whatever you have. The Amazfit syncs up with it as well, the T-Rex model, which I have right here. This syncs up so I can track my steps. I use the timer, and there's so many different things. There's meditation, there's heart rate variability. One of the other things I like too is it has a pulse ox, which measures your oxygen and your blood, your heart rate. So, and then it'll also do what they have as a one-tap measuring. So it'll be basically a stress test indicator. So it tells me, let's actually check it right now, because I'm like pretty jacked up right now.
I know.
So I'm curious to see what it's going to read. So there's so many cool features. And again, you can have apps like this on your phone, but I find this to be really cool.
And you said you like that it's like beefier, right? Like just for you as a big guy, you
sometimes I don't like it in my day-to-day, in the sense of like taking clothes on and off. It'll get caught. I do like the interface of it.
Yeah, like easier to interact with.
It's telling me to stop talking. So I got, all right, 45 seconds, you got to talk.
Okay. I am not, well, I'll just say I'm not a smartwatch user at all. I don't have any interest in measuring anything that's going on inside my body. But Michael is obsessed with data and he loves it. And this is this stuff. So if any of you are looking for a Christmas gift, right? If you have people who are obsessed with data or love measuring things or are very scientific minded or pragmatically based to how they approach everyday life, stuff like this is great. But for someone like me, just get me like a book or I don't know. Or some tea. Some tea would be great. But I like to like intuitively interact with my world. So yeah, I love how polar opposite we are and how that balances and
things. This is interesting data. So from 0 to 100, I'm at 46, which is like a really good baseline.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean? Because these are like subjective numbers. Like there's different ways you could study stress. Like each system will use their own interpretation. So what it's doing is it's analyzing the data right now. It's going to give me a suggestion. As I'm talking, my stress is going up. Now it's at 47. So, which makes sense, like blood pressure, heart rate, all those things. And then now it's dropping. So it's hovering around 45 to 47. So let's say 46. Now, what this will do is once it's done loading, it'll tell me, hey, you should probably rest today, or it's like a normal day. So it's almost like a Whoop strap to that degree. So if you guys are familiar with Whoop straps, I don't know if you know like what a Whoop strap is. It basically, you wear it while you sleep, you wear it throughout your day, and it'll tell me, hey, you need to like lower your intensity today. You need to kick up your intensity. You're good to go. So knowing my stress is at a 45, I actually very intentionally, like I've been working very hard. I wanted to live stream this like last night at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, I'm going to chill. I'm going to relax. I'm going to nourish my body, eat food. I even like carved up quite a bit. We made our own tacos. Muffins. We made our own muffins, like, which was a lot of fun.
Protein muffins and
Yeah. So it was like, kudos to me because I can see it now in the data.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to do is I wanted to pivot a little bit. I want to talk about some of the things we got for the kids. And also, if you can see behind us, we're going to completely go Christmas time now. We got like maybe 5 minutes before we leave. So the lights you see on this beautiful Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them were sponsored by Pretext, the colored Christmas lights, which you can see right behind us. I'm curious if you have any like thoughts or insight on that. And then we also have the 300 count, the pure white ones. And then I also wanted to talk about like, we got this jewelry box, which I have, I believe over here. Oh, it's right in there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to pair this with someone like we have our advent calendar. Well, I wanted to also talk about potty training for a hot second.
Oh my God.
And so like,
potty training.
So let's open this up so they can see. I'll kind of clear the space here.
I'm winding it up. So there's like a little wind in the back for our unicorn. So I'm just winding it. It winds pretty good and it lasts a long time. But if you open it up, it's got, it spins fast at first, the unicorn, and then over time it slows down a little bit. But we have, this is the stuff from the calendar, right?
Yeah, so that's from the Hello Kitty calendar, and it's also from Lena's rock calendar.
Yeah.
And we also have like just fun activities and things.
Oh, there's even dinos in here.
So there's some dinos in there. So I figured we consolidate all the kids' advent calendar stuff, which we'll do another live stream. And you might be asking, Mike, why are you talking about this on a coaching channel? And here's the whole point of everything I talk about, whether it's Christmas, holidays, whatever, is how does it impact a healthy lifestyle? And to me, lifestyle, when you have kids, is being able to help them along in their developmental processes. So one stage of child development is going to the bathroom by yourself and potty training. So we got, and this is something I've used with Lena and Tessa before too. So I'm going to highlight our potty training calendar. And I found it to be very effective. my ex actually had this idea at first. We got it, and it was like very effective because it's exciting for them to be able to put off, like, okay, I told you how to go potty. You put a little magnet for that. I actually sat on the potty, even if they don't go. Then I actually went to the potty. Then I wiped and flushed, and then I washed my hands. So they can put all of it. And when the whole thing's filled out, they get a star. And what we did with Anna, and for the kids, was saying, hey, listen, if you guys support Anna in this, we're going to go to the water park for an experience as a positive association and reinforcement. Now, you don't have to go that crazy. You don't have to go to like a 2-day overnight water park extravaganza. You could just get them like, hey, you're going to be able to go to the park or whatever, but reinforcing that behavior. But every time she does any one of these now, she gets to open up her advent calendar on that day and get a dino. And then we put it in the jewelry box. They can save it for later.
Or we play with it at bath time.
And they play with them at bath time. So having this positive reassociation. And this is like, again, for developmental lifestyle, honestly, I feel like less stressful. It can be stressful enough just doing this. But having tools like this can help support. And this isn't even sponsored. This is something I purchased. We purchased for it. So again, this isn't a sponsor. The jewelry box is sponsored. The advent calendar stuff isn't. These are just a mix of different things we found effective. Even the 32-in-1 jewelry that goes with the jewelry box, they're 2 separate purchases. But we got them like clip-on earrings and rings that are, some of them are in here.
Yeah, maybe a few left
and
over.
I'll show you, but most of them, and this is something I wanted to be transparent with you guys on.
Oh, yeah.
Is like the rings and stuff. They're like relatively cheap.
Yeah,
you know, they're gonna fall apart. Don't expect them to last super long.
Especially
but
if you have littles.
This was like $12 or you know, for like under $15. It's like a 32 pack, clip-on earrings, rings, stuff like that you can just like have fun with. And then putting it with the sponsored jewelry box was really nice.
And you know, I didn't like, for the rings, there's like a lot of really cool little fun things for them. The rings, a lot of the cool charms that were on top of the rings fell off. But if you have a hot glue gun, that's what they use to put them on, which I do have a hot glue gun. So if you wanted to repair them and you had a hot glue gun, you could totally do that. Just know that it's likely not going to last forever. And some of them were made better than others. Like the ones with the big bulky charms are the ones that tend to fall off. So but they still enjoy it.
And what we'll do too, y'all, is we have so many more products that I wanted to go through, but as always, I like to take my time with everything and not rush. We have a cast iron Dutch oven. I got like lightsabers for my nephew. I got Ninja Turtles for my other nephew. So we'll go through those. We got some stuff for the girls for Christmas time. So many fun things to unbox. But it is time right now to go to the gym.
Oh yeah.
Go get our jiu-jitsu on and train with one of my clients. So I will circle all the way back to shout out to Akina Tea. They sponsored this. If you guys enjoy that, please feel free to throw it in, give it a try. I personally, my favorite's the cinnamon. And then your favorite was?
I really like the lemon and the cinnamon. I like the lemon.
So I'm going to highlight the lemon. That's the winner for Carrie.
It just depends on what my mood is. Yeah. For morning, I feel like the lemon is the way to go.
So we got lemon was Carrie's favorite, more or less, with cinnamon. Mine's hands down cinnamon. I do like the ginger. The ginger can be also great for like stomach and some other components of digestion. So it can be a great win there. But all of these are black tea based. So just keep in mind, because I've been doing more decaf teas in the evening. This is not a decaf tea. This is going to have some aspect of caffeine, but if we compare it to our coffee, which I have right here, to it, you're still going to have less caffeine from your tea than you are in your coffee. Yeah. So something that I find is a helpful transition. When we go through our 28-day protocol, which is I have an entire book on, that you can actually get on our channel. It's like $3 on Kindle and it's like $9 print. And this is literally, it's like help people reverse their diabetes, type 2. It's help people lose, like we've literally, if you added up all the weight we lost, it's literally been tons of pounds, like quite literal tons. And the whole notion is transitioning, because during our cleanse week, which is kind of like hot topic term, even the detox week, however you want to word it, we pull caffeine out. So being able to, except for green teas and decaf teas, green tea still has some caffeine, but it has some other benefits.
Reduced. Yeah.
The key thing with any kind of tea, from my experience, especially green tea, do not drink it on an empty stomach. It'll jack your stomach up. Yeah. So I say all that to say, Akina Tea, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Come on back. We'll hopefully have some more of them each month, because I really enjoyed doing this, and hopefully they enjoy it as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We're going to go do some jiu-jitsu, and we'll catch you guys later. Also, probably back later today at some point, doing at least one more stream. I'm feeling so energized. I might do like 5 streams today. I don't even know.
Just to be clear, I won't be doing any jiu-jitsu. If you're in your second trimester, I don't recommend it.
Yes, don't do jiu-jitsu if you're pregnant.
He'll be doing it with a client.
With a client who's absolutely awesome.
I'll be observing.
Boom. Cheers, y'all. Later.